Hi, my name is Maria Stokes, and thank you for listening to my risk and protective factors discussion post. So, it says that I need to think about the diathesis stress model and apply it to my own life. What are some risk factors in my life? So, some risk factors in my life is one, definitely graduate school. I was diagnosed with ADHD a couple years ago as an adult, and so apparently I had it all in my life, and I came came up with coping skills without really knowing it when I was in school, like middle school, high school, undergrad, but recently diagnosed just a few years ago, and so I haven't had the coping skills I haven't had to have coping skills in a long time. So now with the graduate program and life and everything, it's been pretty difficult. But I'm getting through it. The other stressor is that I definitely had some major life changes. I am a recent grandmother, which is whoa. My kids are 19 and 21, so my 21-year-old just had a baby. Baby is 7 months old, super cute. I love him. So those are really good things for me, empty nest. However, it has certainly changed the way I do everything. Now I don't have kids to worry about, and they both moved out. They have their own apartment, so I'm certainly an empty nester. So going from being 100% busy, I was a pretty hands-on mom, to not having anything, and then my daughter got pregnant and then had a baby, and then now a grandmother has just been a whirlwind. Recently moved to Grand Rapids, so that's a major life change. And then starting graduate school, another life change. And so it's just been a lot, not terrible, but trying to take things one step at a time. Let's see, what are some protective factors in my life? One, I talk to family and friends. The other is that I actually started talking to a therapist because as much as I love my family and friends, they are not accustomed to me needing help. So they don't know how to help me. And so it's been really good for me to talk to a therapist and be able to kind of share my thoughts and hear myself talk, especially when I'm being super hard on myself. And then she reminds me, yo, Maria, I think you're not doing so bad. I think you're actually doing really great. So just being reminded. And then I also knew that there are certain things that I had a predisposition to, which is cognitive distortions, like the all or nothing thinking and a couple of the other ones. And so just kind of working through that and telling myself more positive things on a regular basis, as opposed to letting the cognitive distortions run rampant. So one of my major ones is like a all or nothing thinking, like, oh my gosh, if everything is not perfect, then nothing is good. So I tend to do that. I'm a super perfectionist, and it sounds cool to people who don't know. Like, it's wonderful when everything is working out well, but when it's not, it messes with your identity and it's not fun. Anyhow, let's see here. How can the diathesis stress model be used in my own life and with future clients to help make therapeutic change? So the way that it can be used in my own life as well as for clients is to, one, recognize that there is something separate from yourself. So this doesn't mean that this is you, this is your identity. You may have precipitating factors like a predisposition to stress. And so since I know I have a predisposition to anxiety, and since I know I have a predisposition to anxiety, it will be best for me to kind of learn to cope with that predisposition before there is a major stressor. So that way, when the stressor does come, I have already created coping skills to be able to deal with these things. Now, if I don't create coping skills to deal with these predispositions and a stressor comes, then I have to deal with the stressor and just really remind myself and or my clients that, okay, this is something that we can get through. Anxiety is just fearing that the worst will happen, and so just taking it step by step, day by day, and kind of breaking down one thing at a time, and just proving that the worst case scenario is not going to happen. And even if the worst case scenario did happen, it really isn't the end of the world. So really just the knowledge too that there are two things that matters, which is precipitating factors, or the predisposition, as well as a stressor, and they have to both come together in order for the anxiety to come about. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and I hope it wasn't too long-winded, and I hope it wasn't too boring, and I look forward to looking at everyone else's. Thank you.